There was a time when I would spend several days in a row without going outside, without seeing the sun or taking a breath of fresh air. But ever since injuring my spine last year by being a couch potato, I've been making the effort to do a little movement every day, taking a walk, doing some yoga, something. I especially like the walks because walking always gives me the best ideas. And as painful and difficult as it was, that injury was the perfect push to get me out of the little cocoon that I'd made for myself. It helped me remember to sit up straight, to interact with the world around me, and most of all, to be grateful for having a body that can still carry me around comfortably. It feels like the earth has been on fire lately, like so much evil has suddenly taken over our world. Mass exterminations left and right, genocides, ethnic cleansing, a lot of the stuff we thought was dystopic fantasy fiction showing up on our For You pages. And the thing is that even though this all might feel new to many of us, this is how the world has always been. There's always been pain and suffering. There's always been hate, enmity, oppression, exploitation. What's changed isn't what's happening. What's changed is our access to it. This is probably the first time that we in the modern world have been so exposed to the injustice that happens just outside our borders, as well as that within them. This isn't so much the birth of a dark underbelly, but it is the first time in a long time that it's been put on display. We've been really good at staying blind to our own hypocrisy. We've gotten really good at pretending that we're good, that we're fine, we're healed, we're calm, we're progressive. We're better than our parents. We're better than previous generations. We're more peaceful. We're more integrated. We're more eco-conscious. But are we? When children as young as 5 and 6 years old are spending their days mining material for our devices, are going to courts and being put in prison, are being killed in cold blood because of where they were born, are we really as progressive as we think? Or are we just better at separating ourselves from it all? Now, don't get me wrong, there are statistics to suggest that we are better as a species, that not as many of us are going hungry on average, that we're not dying as young, and that in general, we've become more accustomed, more comfortable with our differences. But what about the spaces in the statistics? What about how the gap between the hungry and the satiated has become so large that we can't see each other anymore? What about how the longer we live, the lonelier we become? How we put our elders in homes and institutions and barely ever visit them? What about how we obsess over identification? How we're so preoccupied with distinguishing ourselves, distinguishing one human from the next. Black, white, Muslim, Jewish, queer, straight. On my walk through the village today, I thought about how lucky I am to have a home, to have a place of peace and safety, a garden to lie down in, these mountains to admire in the distance. I thought about the children in the mines, the children holding conferences in foreign languages, trying to get the world's attention, the children hiding from bombs, looking for their parents. All these beautiful, bright-eyed children who, in another life, in an even better world, are jumping around in the sun, playing pretend, doing cartwheels. So when I got home to this beautiful garden, as I was sitting in the sun, smoking my cigarette, that's what I decided I'd do. I may not be able to free all the children of the world, but I can free the child in my heart. So I decided to play for the children of Gaza, the world, and my heart.